Hi guys. So in the previous video, we have seen so many types of schedulers and is like 3 types of schedulers and 6 types of states. Now we'll just dive back into the OS and deep dive into the basics of OS, where we'll understand what is interface, who is the user and all. So before going into the types of interfaces, let's just understand what is an interface is. So basically, the interface is used to connect the user to the hardware. We already knew it because the definition of the OS says it, that OS acts as an interface between the user and the hardware. The same thing. So an interface is nothing but a medium or an intermediate connection between the user and the hardware. There are 2 types of interfaces in a computer. As I told you, one is command line interface, which we also call it as CLI, right? CLI. No, so whenever the user needs to have different commands regarding the input and output. So to be more precise, I would like to tell you it will perform basic operations, like normal basic operations, copy, paste, delete, these kind of operations, command line interface actually, performs. So regarding input and output, you can see create, paste, delete, copy, print, execute are the basic operations that CLI performs, right? It is responsible for memory management as well. It will also take care of the memory, whether the memory is available or not. We are creating something, we are deleting something, so it will keep a track of memory availability as well. Now, advantages: controls applications. Obviously, if it is CLI, it is performing all the basic operations. So definitely it will control the application, automating regular tasks. So if there are so many tasks, right, so it will automate, it will make sure that it is keeping a logbook of, log of tracking every single code. So it will keep the record of that code so that it can use it repeatedly. Resolving network connection issues, whatever the network connection issues which will be present, everything can be resolved. Now, disadvantages: memorizing commands with a complex syntax is difficult. As we have discussed in advantages, it is evident that it can remember the syntax uh, of regularly, because it is automating the regular tasks, right? But if there is a complex syntax, and if there is a difficult syntax, so there is a difficulty in actually memorizing it. Now, graphic user interface, I think GUI, I need not to explain about it. This interface generally helps in watching videos, playing games, etc. Wherever there is multimedia, especially visual effects, anything you can call it as. So there will be this GUI. Without graphic user interface, nowadays, nothing is impossible. Nothing is possible, right? Example, movies. You can just name anything, it will have GUI. So there are quite advantages, there are quite disadvantages as well, but those are taken very lightly. So that's why I just wanted to mention it to you, that there are 2 kinds of interfaces. That is for this particular video. I hope you understood, and I hope you got that there are 2 kinds of, which I think you know them both, right? Thank you so much. We'll discuss more in the upcoming videos.